Auto stocks tapping the brakes today. Ford and GM halting production at two Michigan plants due to parts shortages. Bonawyn, could be a bad sign for the industry, huh?
Yes. You know what? When I think about Ford and GM and I think about the multiple expansion that they had previously gotten and the stock price and how it's reacted, I think about the movement into EVs and the lithium and everything else that you need to get access to. And I'm saying to myself, if they're having issues with battery inputs, if they're having issues with semi and chip maker production, what about all these SPACs that put out all these EVs? You know, I think that some of the names like NIO that have exposure to China, I think there's idiosyncratic risk or geopolitical risk there that makes them a momentum play in the short term. But everything else, I really think if these people are having issues with it, it probably trickles down and it doesn't look so good.
Yeah, we've already heard about Rivian having difficulties with various other supply issues, Pete. So what do you make of this warning about the supply chain issue?
Yeah, you know, it's something that's a little bit crazy, Mel, because I think a lot of us were starting to think, well, it's loosening up. We've got a little bit of a wind behind us now. We're going to finally start to pull out of this whole thing. And then you get this kind of news, and it's frustrating. It's exactly why some of these companies, like a Tesla, are attacking and trying to do everything they can to create their own stuff in-house so they don't have to worry as much about the supply chain. Makes a lot of sense. You would think that these guys would start paying more attention to that as well, and I think sooner or later they will. But that being said, for a while there, Mel, I thought there was a huge run of GM. Everybody seemed to love it when it was over 60, and then it's fallen back again. I think it's actually gotten to the point now where it's gotten beaten up far enough. They will eventually be able to start catching up. I'm actually thinking GM right now and Ford are probably about a buy at this point in time.
I'm actually pretty concerned about GM in that to the extent that the supply chain issue has them not delivering these cars until, I don't know, second half of this year, early next year, I wonder what gas price, the effect of high gas price will be. Obviously, we know SUVs are really where they make their bread and butter. Auto loans, price of that's going to go higher. Yeah. So that has me somewhat concerned that their best, and one other thing, used car prices, if they do come down, that's not great for them either. That differential being wider makes people less likely to buy new. So I'm somewhat concerned. Obviously, on valuation, it's cheap, but this is the most concerned I've been in a while.
So a couple of things. So I agree with Pete. On a technical level, both Ford and GM, Ford the 15.5 level, obviously it's above that now. GM the $40 level. Those were huge launch levels for the stocks individually. So I do like them both as buys right now. And then if we're worried about rare earth, MP Materials. I've spoken about it. BK's spoken about it. That's a name you could look at. I don't know if I'd rush all in right now, but a bright future ahead of it.
It got a pop from the Defense Production Act move for Biden. Yep.